All right, back at it with another video. As always, first and foremost, all praise, honor, glory, and gotta put the fear in there, because fear is a key component to this walking journey. We have this truth of ours goes out to Yahweh by Shem Shai, by Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule, teach, and teach well, and set the example going forth for us. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there, brothers that's on the front line, brothers that's doing this work and pushing this truth, and the sisters that's tuning in. I say shalom. I wanted to do a quick video because each day that goes by, like when I take a moment to look in what's going on in the news, and what's whether it's RT News or alternative news outlet, Press TV, Al Jazeera. Some of these apps are they're shutting down, but anything besides the mainstream media like CNN and Fox News and CNBC, those mainstream medias that don't really report, the true news. Or I wouldn't say they don't report the true news. They just pick, they cherry pick what they want to put out there to the public. Well, these other alternative news networks that are based in other countries, they basically put the news out there as, true journalism when it comes to reporting what something happened, and they don't just basically, monitor what they want to put, the PG, things like the American news outlets do. And then you have alternative news reports on YouTube, just specific individuals that will report different news and different articles and stuff that, was sent to them, But the point is, every time I look up in one of these news outlets, even if I look on like say World Star, I look on there, because I just want to stay tuned to what's happening in the urban areas, what's going on with Jake. I look at some of the folly, as far as like some of the videos of the madness that goes on, but you also get to see what's happening in the inner cities. But then also I got a couple apps like local neighborhood news, Ring, stuff that people catch on their doorbell ring, in certain neighborhoods. We look, our spiritual eyes are supposed to be open and checking everything out to see what lines up with what the scriptures, what is a prophecy that's happening before our eyes and things like that. And we report on it, and then so what I'm basically saying is it's so many, judgments that's going out that people, just regular people in the world, they desensitized to it. It's actually immune to it. They may speak on like, oh, that's a shame, or that's crazy, or that's wild, but they don't look at it in a spiritual scope of that this is the Most High waving his hand in the earth. He's showing you. It's just, like a boxer. A boxer, before he gets in the ring, he's air boxing, shadow boxing. He's hitting the bag. He's hitting the ball. He's moving his footwork. He's basically warming up and practicing what, his skills or what he's going to perform when he get in the ring against his opponent. Well, that's what the Most High doing. The Most High is warming up on everybody. He's warming up on the world. He's showing you, this is him, shadow boxing and sparring, with the punching bag and everything, showing you what he gonna do when it's go time, when that bell goes, when his spiritual bell goes ding, and he kicks off the day of the Lord's wrath, in the time of Jacob's trouble. These gonna be knockout punches. You've been prepared for it. He's been preparing by showing you every day of all the different judgments that he performed. He's been performing judgments like crazy in nature. Like in I pay attention. I got certain things that I watch when it comes to like animals, in the wild. Just animals killing each other like crazy. Prey and predators. It's being caught on film. It's just another, way of the Most High showing you that this is what's coming. death on all avenues, whether it's, people, whether it's animals, or, you know, different crazy type of animals, killing animals that you would normally think they would be killing, or even be hunting, or, or prey upon, fowls in the air coming down, doing crazy stuff, digging their talons into a goat, lifting this goat 40 feet in the air and dropping it on rocks and concrete, and then go down and feast on that goat, man. It's just a lot of judgment going out. And with that being said, it's very, very important for us that's in this faith, that we stay in tune to what the Most High say He's gonna do for us, because these are things that are set forth that are going to be happening all around us. But we're hoping that the Most High set His mercy upon us to have a spiritual shield around us, to call it hedge of protection, hedge of righteous protection for us. So I just want to read a couple scriptures regarding so. So this is Psalms 17, and I'm gonna start from the top. It says, "Hear the right, O Lord, attend unto my cry, give ear unto my prayer, that goeth not out of feigned lips. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence. Let thine eyes behold the things that are equal. Thou hast proved my heart. Thou hast visited me in the night. Thou hast tried me, and shall find nothing. I am proposed that my mouth shall not transgress." So the Most High has had the trying that is speaking here, all the different tests, trials, tribulations, afflictions, infirmities, that the Most High put forth, challenges that He puts forth, so that you have to utilize the gift of faith that He's given to you to get you through it, to make you stronger. So these tests they constantly come our way, and majority of the tests are spiritual tests. It's a spiritual battle. You have some physicalities to it as well. You have a situation where it's something physical, and you got monetary, financial things that we go through tests. And that way we get tested on all different levels and in all different ways. But the Most High has put the hopeful elect to the test, because they are His servants, and those who also believe, the believers. Verse 4, "Concerning the works of men, by the words of thy lips, I have kept me from the path of the destroyer. Hold up my goings in thy path, that my footsteps slip not." Because the scriptures tell you that, that Satan is going about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Roughly paraphrase. You have the spiritual demon Satan that's going out there putting obstacles in your path, things that try to get you out the spirit. Like I said, it's a spiritual battle. You got to arm yourself with the whole armor of the Most High, and with faith. Then you have Esau, which is the physical counterpart on the earth, that carries out the left-hand side judgments and carries out, the different things that the Most High want done. He's actually the Most High's, he's like a weapon that the Most High uses to whoop the shit out of Israel, to whoop even us brothers in the faith. We're not subject to avoiding any of this. We're subject to experience and go through this just like everybody else. But the thing is, the Most High is doing it for our betterment, and He's doing it for a punishment of 2/3 of our people. When you serve the Most High, there's scriptures that tell you, I believe it's in Peter's, that talks about telling you that let no man suffer, and it gives a list of things that you would suffer for wickedness that you may have done. If you suffer, let you be suffering because you're a servant of the Most High, and He's putting in that them trials and them tests to you, and that you're suffering, because Yahushua suffered. You're joint heirs and joined in the suffering, so therefore you can join in with the glory when Yahushua gets His glory. So you don't want to be in a situation that you're doing wicked things, and that's why you're being punished. You want to be doing the right things, and you're being punished because Satan, the Most High, is allowing Satan to test you. He's giving Satan certain things that he could do unto you or towards you basically to strengthen your walk, to add integrity to you. Satan, he's really here to help us. As ironic that as that may sound, he's adding the strength to you, because what he takes you through, in the things that the Most High will allow him to take you through or to come at you with, is there's strength at the end of it. But you're basically equipped with the faith and the strength, and the Most High is giving you the strength, to endure these things. And once you endure these things, you come out on the other end of it stronger than you was when you began to go through whatever he takes you through by the hands of the left-hand side, which is Satan and demons. So it's really going to add character to you, add courage to you, add, strengthen your belief and give you more faith and make you stronger. Verse 6. I'm going to read verse 5 again. It says, hold up my goings in thy path, that my footsteps slip not. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me, O power. Incline thy ear unto me, and hear my speech. Because that's our weapon. That's our everything. We can deal with things that come our way. But at the end of the day, when it gets too heavy, too hard, too tough, you got to call on the name. Some things you just have to endure. Some things, a lot of things you have to just man up to it. It is what it is. But then sometimes it gets so heavy on you, especially when you getting hit back to back different things. You call on the name. You may need to fast and pray, and pray that the Most High ease that burden. He might not. It might be tailor made for you, like the circumstance with beloved brother Apostle Paul, and he prayed for that the Most High was to turn away some of the infirmities that he was dealing with, but the Most High said His grace is sufficient unto him. Meaning, basically, this is for you, tailor made. This is what you got to go through. I'm not removing it from you, but I will strengthen you so that you can go through it and deal with it. Verse 7, show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand them which put their trust in thee, and those that rise up from those that rise up against thee. And that right hand is Yahweh Shai. Just like he went through it, we got to go through it. And he's our strength. He's our mediator. Not only that he goes to the Most High on our behalf for the things that we do right, he goes to the Most High on our behalf to defend us for things that we may slip up and do wrong about. And he also goes to the Most High and pray for us to help us get through the things that's going to come our way. He's our complete mediator. He don't just mediate one thing for us. He mediates everything for us, because we can't go straight to the Father. Verse 8, keep me as the apple of thy eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compassed me about. Because these are the times that's coming. We know what we do on a day-to-day basis, but we're not privy to what goes on with Esau, the so-called white man, the wicked, and what he does. They in a ongoing continuous huddle, and in the huddle they trying to draw up the greatest play to blitz and attack us, like we were going into this weekend at camp. Satan, Esau, they're on the attack. Us that are in the faith, we're on the defense. We have to, just like we defend the gospel, we have to defend ourselves with this, with this truth. They're constantly attacking us. We constantly got to defend ourselves. So this is what they're constantly doing. Esau is constantly trying to find ways of how he wants to mastermind to plan the perfect attack to try to take us down. But he has to consider that who's defending us. This is Psalms 32:6. It says, actually, let me close with that. Let me go with Isaiah. As Isaiah 42, starting from the top. Behold my servant, whom I upheld, mine elect, in whom my soul delighted. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. And that's talking about the hopeful elect that's going out, bringing forth judgment. How are they bringing forth judgment? By prophesying what the Most High is going to do. He's going to execute judgment. We're just going out here prophesying the judgment that's going to come to the Gentiles, which is 2/3 of our people, or actually all of Israel, to try to extract the 1/3 out of the 2/3 that's going to hearken, because we were all Gentiles. Verse 2, he shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the streets. A bruised reed shall he not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. And that's what we do. We bring forth the judgment of the scriptures by way of truth. The churches, or anyone out there that calls themselves supposedly speaking regarding the scriptures, they spread lies. We combat those lies with the truth. We bring forth the truth. Verse 4, he shall not fail nor be discouraged till he have set judgment in the earth, and the isles shall wait for his law. So we go out and we prophesy the judgment. He's going to completely execute that judgment. It will accomplish that what he seeketh. And speaking of in Isaiah 55:11, verse 5, thus saith the Lord power, thus saith the Most High, the Lord, he that created the heavens and stretched them out, he that spread forth the earth and that which cometh out of it, he that giveth breath unto the people upon it, and spirit to them that walk therein. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light to the Gentiles. And that's what the Most High has called his servants to do. He's called his servants to go wake up the elect. The elect that's unwoken are in a Gentile state of mind. So the Most High has called the men that you see that's pushing this truth across the four corners of the earth, in spirit and in truth. They've been called in righteousness. That's a beautiful thing, and it's a humbling thing. It makes you, if you sit back and ponder on where you were before you found this truth, or before the Most High had woke you up to this truth and knocked on your door, where you were at and the path you were heading, and where would you be if you would have continued on that path, if the Most High didn't 180 you and turn you around and bring you down the right path? Where would you be right now? However long you've been in this truth, calculate that. Classify that to yourself. What path was I on? Most don't even know what journey or path they were on. So to see that the Most High had thought about you in righteousness to wake you up out of all Israelites, out of all Israelite men, he has put a calling on you and giving you an opportunity to possibly be called and chosen, because that's the grand prize. Being called is one thing. Being called is like making a team. Being called and chosen is those who play and star on the team. Those who are on the front line. So, because plenty, as the scriptures tell you, many are called, but only chosen a few. So there's going to be men that are called, but the grand prize is to be called and chosen. And chosen for what? For salvation and deliverance. Mercy placed upon your back. That's the beautiful thing about it. And it humbles the hell out of me, because when I think about the things that I could have possibly, stumbled on and had myself into, the avenues of how many different ways he could have put me, is it's endless. It's endless. I do believe that it would have been something. It would have been something not in a negative. I don't think I would have been, if the most. I don't even want to talk about it. This is not even talk about it, because that right there will bottle my mind up to like, no, hell no, because I can't think of anything else than what the Most High actually has done. But I do know that the path that I was on, if He wouldn't have turned me around and put me into this truth, it wouldn't have been as good as what He's actually done for me. And every brother could say, we won't change and trade this opportunity and this truth in for nothing. There's nothing worth it. So this is the humbling part about it. As the Most High, knowing that He called you out of all people that are born of one of the 12 tribes. Verse 7, it says, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. And this is talking about a spiritual prison. This is talking about you being, we being in slavery, mental slavery. It's not talking about, a physical prison, even though we are, we're prisoners of hope in this faith. And at the same time, He called us out of the mental prison, because the scriptures say, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. But those who don't have the truth or don't know the truth, they're in slavery. They're dead, because when you're enslaved, you're dead to reality. You don't know the truth. All you know is lies, and lies lead to death. So if you're not in the truth, you're enslaved. You're in a prison. You're in a mental prison system. Because you're gonna believe. The scriptures say the simple believe in everything. Roughly paraphrase. So you gonna believe everything you say. People are in prison to the concept of hell, to the point where it totally controls them. It totally controls them, to the fact that they will, you should see some of the people, that are actually into that stuff, that really, they use that as a scare tactic on their children, their friends, their family. You're going to go to hell. You don't repent and do this. Yeah, if you don't repent, there's going to be a hellish condition you're going to go through when America gets destroyed. When America gets destroyed, you'll take part in that fire. But as far as like the mythological place down up under the earth called hell, where Satan is down there with a pitchfork to torment you for eternity, and your soul will burn in hell for eternal, that's nothing but a scare tactic. But people are in prison to that. And there's more to it. Just the form of Christianity is a form of imprisonment, because people are heavily indoctrinated with that. So much that the scripture said that their conscience is seared with a hot iron. I mean, there's nothing you can say to get them to change what they believe and think. Picking back up at verse 10. Actually, I left off at verse 7. Verse 8. I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither praise to graven images. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare before and new things do I declare before they spring forth. I tell you of them, which we are doing that. We're telling you that these prophecies are coming to happen. So the Most High is telling you by the men that are out there that's speaking to you. Sing unto the Lord a new song, which is this truth, and His praise from the ends of the earth. Ye that go down to the sea, which is the sea represents people. The scriptures tell us to go out to the chief place of concourse, to the marketplaces, to speak to the people, declaring what? The things that are going to come, prophecy, based upon prophecy, speaking to the people. It says, Sing unto the Lord a new song, and His praise from the ends of the earth. Ye that go down to the sea, and all that it is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof. Let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voice, the villages that Kedar doth inhabit. Kedar is talking about, that Kedar means dark skin. It's primarily talking about Israel. The different shades and colors of Israel. Israel is a colorful nation. But you do also have Israelites that are like that may look like the so-called white men, but they are Israelites. So this pertaining to them too, talking about the whole 12 tribes. It says, let the inhabitants of the rock sing, let them shout from the tops of the mountains, which is taking place at the top of the mountain right now. The top government is America. That's why the scriptures say, lift thee up upon the mountain, lift thee a banner upon the mountain. The highest government is America. And that's why you see majority of the camps even other Israelite groups are primary here in America. Then you do also have other camps that are outside in other countries as well. But the camps that are outside in other countries are doing their prophesying about America. Verse 12, let them give glory unto the Lord and declare his praise in the islands. Salakia. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. And that's the anger that is going to be on Yahushua when he comes. He's gonna basically let out a shout and a cry like a woman that travail, a woman that's in pain. That's the fullest of her emotions that she can't control is coming out of her when she's trying to give birth with those birth pains. That's what the Most High is gonna do. He's basically gonna let out all he's gonna clear his bowels out, his emotions. He's gonna let that shout out of anger and of of all the emotions that have been given to him, that happened to him, and that he sees happening to his brethren, his young brothers that he see out here. He's gonna let that shout on because it's on. It's game time. And I gave the analogy of the shadow boxing and the hitting the punching bag or whatever. At this time, the fight is on. He's gonna be throwing real punches. He's going to get out there, that scream, that holler, he's going to let go, and then he's going to get the knocking asses out. So let me get the last scripture, and I'm going to close it out. It's like it, that's not it. No, that is it. Psalms 32:6. It says, for this shall every one that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. The floods is talking about Esau and his storm, his super soldiers, his stormtroopers, the EU troopers, and his military state, martial law, all those that's gonna come up against the men of the Lord. That flood is them coming in trying to roll on the servants, the believers, those who are in this truth. But when you read in Isaiah 59 and 19, it tells you that the Most High, when they do come in like that flood, would come in like a flood, he's going to set up a standard against them, meaning he's going to defend them. Verse 7, thou art my hiding place, my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Let me start over again from the top. It says, for this shall everyone that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. And brothers are doing that now, not just waiting till the last minute. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. Salah. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. That's what that means. Basically, the Most High is going to have his angels, spiritually GPSs navigating you away from danger, away from trouble, away from harm, while he's going to be making 2/3 of our people being directed, right into the danger and the harm. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go, and will guide thee with mine eyes. Behold, ye, be ye not as the horse or as the mule, which have no understanding. A horse is stubborn, and a mule is a mule is stubborn as well. But like a horse has to be, you put this, they put that briar in his mouth to control him, and same thing with a mule. A mule or ass is stubborn. It's like a docile creature. It doesn't have much understanding. It's not an intelligent, smart creature. It has to be instructed. It has to be trained. Same thing with a horse as well, whose mouth must be held in with bits and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. Many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusteth in the Lord, mercy shall compass him about. And that wicked, we already know that that's talking about 2/3 of our people, because the scripture tell you that they have surpassed the deeds of the wicked, which is the so-called white man, which is the wicked which the scriptures speak of. They have aligned themselves with the wicked, 2/3 of our people. Verse 11, be glad in the Lord and rejoice, ye righteous, and shout for joy, all ye that are upright in heart, which means in mind. So the Most High is going to be delivering his men and women and children that have aligned themselves in righteousness, because he called them to a righteous calling. So we have to know these scriptures need to be embedded within us, so that when these things start happening, that we could, the scriptures resonate with you and they comfort you, because we are in the flesh, and things are going to be taking place that you may find yourself, or you might actually be in a moment of something, but you got to snap out of that when that fear hits you and that terror hits you, and that concern and that worry hits you. Those comforting scriptures will come to your mind, and then it'll tap into your belief, and it'll spark your faith to get you through. And then those scriptures will make you stable minded. The knowledge and wisdom should be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. Isaiah 33:6. So with that, I'm going to bring this lesson to a close. I want to say, first and foremost, as always, you got to have the all praise, honor, glory, and the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Hashem Arakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And peace and salutation to the hopeful elect that's striving for salvation during these electrifying and exciting times. I say shalom.